So we're at Arc'teryx, where Greg is going to talk us through the Procline ski boot range, which was first launched in 2016, and for next season has had a few major upgrades and a whole new addition to the range. Is that right, Greg?
That's right. So you want to take it away?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So yeah, the initial boot we launched in fall 16 was the Procline. So it was really a climbing boot that could ski. So we've learned a lot since then. So we're introducing a new Procline, more just a new iteration, not a complete redesign.
Okay.
So we've learned a lot in the last 2 years about what we can improve. Durability is always a key point to try to improve wherever we can. So I'll just go through some of the key changes.
Yeah, sure.
The first one's the liner. So we're using Ultralon foam, so it's 100% closed cell foam. So it's really lightweight, very durable, fully thermoformable.
Yeah.
Compared to open cell foam, it's not going to absorb moisture throughout the day. Keep your foot warmer as well. So new pattern, all new design on that liner.
Cool.
Top strap, so just a woven nylon top strap. So again, a bit more durable. You're going to have nicer support around the ankle with the power strap there. We repatterned the gaiter in new construction, so it's a sewn-in zipper now, as compared to the laminated zipper, so a bit more durable.
Yeah.
New gaiter system too, so simplified gaiter. Again, just focusing on improving the durability overall where we can.
Cool.
We reduced a little bit of weight, so we have a new rear spoiler, so it's the same stiffness, but we saved some weight out of it by about 15 grams. On the front of the toe, really important for climbing, for crampons, we added 2 millimeters to the toe welt.
Right.
So that just means it's going to be a little more compatible with most crampons on the market.
Yeah, cool. And I noticed it's quite a nice low profile toe as well compared to a normal ski boot.
Yeah, totally. So quite narrow.
Yeah.
Another thing to note too on the fit is it's the same shell, but with the liner we adjusted the thickness of the liner so it feels a little bit wider in the forefoot.
Oh, cool.
So typically this last is about 98 millimeters in the widest point. So it makes it feel more like 100 mil.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, and you've now added the Procline AR.
Procline AR, yeah.
Okay.
So what we learned from the original Procline is that even though it was more of a climbing boot that could ski, most people really wanted a stiffer boot so they could ski in it more. So what we did is we focused on trying to improve that downhill performance. So when we talk about this boot, we call it a ski touring boot, which means different things to different people.
Yeah.
So we talk about numbers. So the Procline boot would be, like a 70-30 boot. So the motivation of the boot would be 70% for climbing and 30% for descending.
Yeah.
So we call this the 50-50 boot. So really the best balance of both worlds. So to work on improving that stiffness, there's a bunch of things that we did. So the goal is to increase the stiffness for downhill performance significantly while retaining a pretty lightweight boot in general. So we saved some weight by having a full new Vibram outsole. So we're just using a single compound, whereas the Procline has dual compound, much more grip, better for climbing, like on rock.
Yeah.
We have a lot of the same upgrades that we had on the original Procline with the toe welt and other things I discussed. We now have a tongue, integrated tongue. So it's not a full tongue that wraps all the way around the sides.
Yeah.
It's narrow in that flex zone, so we didn't want to lose that articulation.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So we still have the exact same 360-degree cuff. So you have really good fore-aft movement as well as really good lateral articulation. In terms of the articulation compared to the original Procline, a lot of people that test this boot, they can't tell the difference. There's just a little bit more resistance and just a slight, a little bit less range of motion.
Okay.
So same Ultralon liner, the Procline AR has a bit more reinforcement on the back of the cuff as well as the tongue to improve the stiffness.
Okay.
Still the Ultralon foam. New top strap as well with a cam with a micro cam, so it's never going to slip throughout the day.
Right.
The cuff overlap on both the Procline and Procline AR, we now have 3 centimeters more overlap, so it's going to fit more calf shapes.
Okay.
And then it's also a little bit taller in the front here. And then the Procline AR has a wider base plate for the buckles to distribute the pressure a little bit more. We also have the lighter weight spoiler on the AR carbon.
Okay.
So we have an AR carbon and non-carbon.
Right.
So we've got the women's and the men's right here.
Okay.
One other key update too on the Procline ARs, we're using ultra mid material compared to Gorilla Mid. Ultra mid, it's a little bit heavier, but we increased the stiffness quite a bit.
Okay, well that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, great, fantastic looking boots.
Sure, thanks.